It's Big Board Sports with Roger Wyland on 104.5 The Team.
Not one, not two, but three state champions in high school football. As we wrap the high school football season up, segue into basketball, which will begin sooner than later. I think next week, full lineup of games on Tuesday and Friday. Big game, James Allen, who covers the high school sports scene better than anyone, all over it from the Times Union, and joins us here on Big Board Sports to wrap up high school football. Good morning, Big Game.
Morning, Roger.
Thanks for a few minutes. And not only do we have three teams winning, but incredible three games. I mean, you covered them all. Cambridge wins, Troy wins, Glens Falls wins. Which of those three games was the best?
I don't know. Good question, Roger. I think all three of them are pretty good games.
Yeah.
I mean, Glens Falls game, winds up being the biggest margin, but yet they stop the two-point conversion with 37 seconds to go, and then they get the onside kick and return it. So it looks like it's a wider margin, but that game was just as close as the other two were. So, I mean, in essence, you take away that, that touchdown, there were basically three one-point games. So, they're all good. Cambridge, incredible. Go for the two-point conversion in double overtime to win it, to end the game on that. And obviously, Glens Falls, being a three-time defending champion. Now, they weren't defending their that classification. They moved up to B, but they were the number one ranked B team the entire year. And then Troy, a little bit short-handed, guys playing out of positions, playing against a bigger team, Victor. And then the one-point win there. I mean, they're all pretty special. They all have their own unique things about them that made them incredible. And we went from 9 championships since 1993 to 12, and 3 dramatic wins. They're all very, very unique and very special in their own unique ways. And I guess the underlying theme is it was 2 stops on two-point conversions and 1 two-point conversion make that really separated the teams from winning and losing.
Have we ever had 3 teams win the same year, state titles?
No, we had 2 twice, Roger. We had in 96 we had Troy in the A's. That was the first time we won an A championship. And then won by 1 point in C that year. And then 12, we had Hoosick Falls and Bird Hills both won. But we've had 3 teams in there before, but we've never had 3 teams win in the same year.
Did any of those, which game surprised you the most? The team that won, was there like, wow, I didn't really see that?
Roger, really wasn't. I mean, I really felt like all 3 of them could have won, and I felt like all 3 of them could have lost. I mean, and I think that the way the weekend played out was sort of the way I thought it was going to go in terms of the games were all close. I didn't think there was any team was separated by that much. I mean, Shenango Forks technically probably came in as, among those 3 teams that were ranked number 1, probably the bigger favorite because of what they had done. They'd won 22 in a row. They're there all the time. It was their 10th state title appearance. But Glens Falls, they make teams defend the field, the length and the width of the field, and you can't really say that about a lot of small school teams. They really, make you demand that you have to, go everywhere, and they obviously were able to outflank them, especially on the perimeter, and I think that was one of the reasons why I thought they had a real good chance. And then Troy, Victor, I didn't think Victor was number 1. They were very good. They were very methodical. They pound you, but Troy proved the week before against New Rochelle that even though they give up a lot of weight in some positions, over 50, 60 pounds, and then one position over 180 pounds against New Rochelle, they still were able to, withstand all that pounding and persevere, and they did it 2 weeks in a row to win the state championship. So I wasn't really stunned by anything that happened. I kind of felt like those games kind of played out the way I thought they would in terms of how close they were. It just worked out perfectly for our teams that they all won.
Hey, Big Game, one more for me, and that is, of those 3 teams, which team can reload and come right back and have another great season? Or one of those teams really young enough that they're going to bring a lot of guys back?
I think you'd have to point to the Glens Falls and Cambridge more than Troy. Troy's going to lose some significant pieces. They'll still have Joey Ward back. They'll still have Dev Holmes back. They'll still have some of the other defenders back, but they will lose, and Joey Casal being one of them. But Cambridge has a lot of their top players back. They're not really losing too many. Their quarterback is back. Colton Dean will be back. They have enough players that I think that they can make another run. Glens Falls obviously losing some significant seniors in Lucas Sanders and Andrew Murphy, but you still have Joseph Gerard III. You still have Aaron Sampson. You still have a lot of the pieces in place. It's not going to be easy, at any level to be able to just automatically come back. There's still a lot of obstacles to get out of your own section, but given where Cambridge is and where they've been able to do consistently, they always seem to be in the mix in the D's. You have to think they're going to have a good shot to get back out, and then they have to win 2 games to get back to the Carrier Dome. I certainly think they could do that. And same thing goes for Glens Falls. If they're fortunate enough to get out of the section, I think they could do it. Troy, I wouldn't disregard them either. I mean, you look at what that coaching staff did with that team. Tremendous job. A lot of people laugh that they weren't going to be able to do it coming back up to AA, and they did it.
It was a good run. It was a fun Thanksgiving weekend watching 3 teams from Section 2 win state titles. Big game, James Allen with us throughout the course of the season. We'll talk to him on Friday as we turn our attention to high school basketball. Thanks, Big Game.
You got it.
Big game, James Allen with us. 3 state champions in high school football.